Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard a recording of your own voice and physically cringed? A voice message, a video, a voicemail, and your first thought is, wait, is that what I sound like? That can't be me. You feel almost embarrassed, maybe even a little betrayed. Don't worry, this happens to almost every human on Earth. But today, I'm going to ask you 3 questions you've never asked yourself. Question 1. If that recording sounds so wrong, then why does everyone else say, no, that's exactly how you sound? Question 2. Who is lying, the recording or your own ears? And question 3, the one that's going to mess with your head. Which voice is the real you, the one you hear or the one the whole world hears? Stay with me, because the answer is going to completely change how you think about your own voice and even about yourself. Let's investigate. Okay, let's destroy the first excuse everyone makes. It's just a cheap microphone. The recording is distorting my voice. Wrong. I'm sorry, but it's wrong. Yes, a bad mic can add a little noise, but that is not why your voice sounds strange to you. Here's the proof. Record yourself on the most expensive, crystal clear, professional studio microphone in the world, and you will still cringe. It'll be cleaner, sure, but it will still sound wrong, still sound not like me. So if it's not the microphone, and it's not the recording lying to you, then there's only one suspect left. Something much closer to home. Something inside your own head. Because here's the shocking truth that this entire video is built on. You have never, not once in your entire life, actually heard your own real voice the way other people hear it. Never. Let me prove it. Here's the secret almost nobody knows. When you speak, your voice reaches your brain through not one path, but 2 completely different paths at the same time. Path number 1 is the obvious one. Air conduction. Your mouth makes sound, the sound waves travel out into the air, curve around, and enter your ears, just like every other sound in the world. This is the only path other people get. This is the only path a recording captures. But you, only you, get a secret second path. Path number 2. Bone conduction. When your vocal cords vibrate, they don't just push air. They vibrate your throat, your jaw, the bones of your skull. And those vibrations travel directly through your head, through the bone, straight into your inner ear. So while everyone else hears just the air version of your voice, your brain is secretly mixing 2 versions together, air and bone, into one sound. And those 2 versions do not sound the same. Now here's the part that explains everything. Why do those 2 paths sound different? It comes down to one thing: bass. When sound travels through the solid bones of your head, those bones carry the low, deep frequencies far better than high ones. Bone is like a built-in bass booster wired directly into your skull. So every time you speak, that bone path is secretly pumping extra deepness, extra richness, extra warmth into the voice you hear. To your own ears, your voice sounds fuller, deeper, more powerful, like a radio host with the bass turned up. That is the voice you've fallen in love with your whole life. That is the voice in your head. But a recording? A recording only captures the air path. No bones, no bass boost, just the thinner, higher, plainer version. So when you hear the recording, your brain panics. Where did all my bass go? Where's my deep, rich voice? This thin little thing is not me. And there it is, the cringe. It's not the recording being wrong. It's the recording missing the bass that only your bones could ever give you. Now brace yourself, because here comes the twist that hits everyone right in the chest. If the recording only has the air-conducted version, and the air-conducted version is the only thing other people ever hear, then that weird voice on the recording, the one you can't stand, is the real you. It's the voice your friends know, the voice your family knows, the voice the entire world has been hearing every single day of your life. The deep, rich voice in your head, nobody else has ever heard it, not once. It exists for an audience of exactly one person, you. Read that again. The voice you love is a private concert only you can attend. And the voice you hate is the only one anybody else has ever known. So the next time you cringe at a recording, remember, you're not hearing a distortion. For the first time, you're hearing yourself the way the whole world always has. But wait, This raises a deeper question. If the recording is just the normal, true version of your voice, why does it feel so deeply uncomfortable? Why almost painful? Scientists actually have a name for this discomfort: voice confrontation. And there are two reasons behind it. The first is simple: surprise. Your brain has built up an expectation, a mental recording, of your voice over your entire life, complete with all that bone-conducted bass. When the real, thinner version suddenly arrives, it violates that expectation. And your brain hates broken expectations. It's the same jolt you'd feel if you looked in the mirror and your reflection was slightly different. The second reason is deeper and more human. Your voice is part of your identity. It's tied to who you think you are. So when you hear the outside version, you're not just hearing a sound, you're meeting a version of yourself you didn't know existed. And that can feel strange, even unsettling. You're being introduced to a stranger who happens to be you. Don't just take my word for it. Let's prove it right now with your own body. Try this. Press your fingers firmly into both ears, blocking them as much as you can. Now hum or talk out loud. Hear that? Suddenly, your voice sounds even deeper, even more booming, because you've blocked the air path and you're now hearing mostly the bone-conducted version, the secret bass channel. That deep sound is the private voice only you ever hear. And here's another piece of proof from the real world. You know those headphones athletes wear that sit on the cheekbones instead of in the ears? They're called bone conduction headphones. They send music straight through your skull, using the exact same path your own voice uses. This isn't a theory I'm selling you. It's physics you can feel with your own fingers and technology you can buy in a shop. Your skull has been a secret speaker your entire life, and you never even knew. So now the practical question: are you doomed to hate your recorded voice forever? Good news, no. And the fix is beautifully simple: exposure. Remember, the discomfort comes mostly from surprise, from the gap between what you expect and what you hear. So the more you hear your real, recorded voice, the smaller that gap becomes, until one day it stops feeling strange at all. This is exactly why radio hosts, podcasters, and yes, video creators stop cringing at their own voices over time. They haven't changed their voice. They've simply updated their brain's expectation to match reality. So if you've ever wanted to make videos or send voice notes without that wave of embarrassment, here's your tip. Record yourself, listen back again and again. It feels awful for the first few days. And then, almost magically, it just becomes you. Because it always was you. You're just finally getting introduced. So let's step back, because this little voice mystery just handed us something profound. Think about it. There is a version of you, your real outside voice, that every single person around you knows perfectly, and that you have literally never heard. There's a gap between how you experience yourself and how the world experiences you, and your voice is just the most obvious example. The truth is, your brain doesn't show you reality. It shows you a personal, edited version, with the bass turned up, the uncomfortable parts smoothed over, built to fit the picture you have of yourself. We spend our whole lives certain that we know ourselves better than anyone, but maybe, in some small ways, the people listening to us know a version we've never met. And that's not a sad thought, it's a humbling, fascinating one. A reminder that there is always more to discover, even about the one person you thought you knew completely: you. So there it is, the mystery is solved. The next time you hear a recording and your stomach drops, you can smile, because now you know the truth. Your voice isn't ugly, the recording isn't broken. You are simply, for once, hearing yourself without the secret bass boost that your own skull has been adding your entire life. That weird voice? It's the real you. It's the voice the whole world fell in love with, or laughed with, or trusted, long before you ever questioned it. So be kind to it. It's been representing you beautifully this whole time. And if this video gave you that satisfying, "oh, that's why" moment, do me a favor and send it to the friend who refuses to listen to their own voice notes. You know exactly who I mean. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.